In October 2001, Dr. Reverend Sung Jacob Son and his wife, Myra Son, created the Myra House, a holistic living center in Claremont, California. The Myra House is a multicultural spiritual retreat and environmental education center that strives for the formation of a healing and caring community. This is their story. Our story starts with Dr. Reverend Son. 25 years ago, Son came to the U.S. from Korea to pursue his education. He started out studying architecture, but when he decided to pursue a doctorate in religious education, he came up with a vision for the Myra House.
When I was youth, I was wandering one place to another. There was no meaningful home for me. So I was longing the place what this home provides you not only rest, but more meaningful the setting for you to grow up. Myra House, I want to be a shelter for young adults. There's an interesting story in the New Testament of Book of Acts. Paul was on journey, his mission trip. He was surrounded by uncertainty. His direction was unclear. The Mediterranean Sea around was full of storm, and there was no proper boat waiting for him to take him to the place he wanted to go. So he has to stay in the village, coastal village, which is the Myra. I found out this Myra has a meaning, abundance in Greek. So I hope these young adults come to Myra House, get the knowledge about what nature and culture teach, and I want them to gain the strength and get the wisdom for their journey, what they think are most crucial paths for their vocation.
The Myra House is a multi-ethnic communal living center where young people from around the country come to stay and work and grow and learn. As immigrants, Sung and Myra do not have relatives in the United States, so they opened their house to young adults to create an alternative family. The Myra House serves as a transitional home for individuals to rest and reflect before embarking on the next journey of their lives.
My name is Stephen Mayfield. I am 22 years of age, and I have been living at Myra House Holistic Living Center for going on about 7 months now.
My name is Nathan Migdal. I'm 26. I'm originally from San Diego, though I moved out here from Minnesota. And I've been here at the Myra House for 2 months.
My name's Malcolm Delaney. I'm 24, and I'm from Columbus, Ohio originally. And I've been in California, the Claremont area for coming up on 3 months now.
I like to bike, rock climb when I can. I play music. I'm definitely a fan of folk instruments and world music in general.
Love to play music, love to cook, I love to go on hikes, be outside. Just love to be creative and express myself.
Well, fortunately, I feel there was maybe an angel or some type of spirit above that really guided me to this place.
Before, I was looking at environmental science positions, natural resources management, and anything biology related. But a lot of these different employers are looking for people with experience, and sometimes it's 5-10 years of experience. So I thought there's really got to be another way that I can keep learning about this in the meantime, and also just make some more contacts and go on a new adventure.
I guess the last 4 or 5 years I had been kind of part of the corporate machine, part of a more modern society, kind of just a part of the rat race.
Before I got here, I was in really kind of a stagnant position in my life. I just came out of finishing some courses, some certification classes in college, and I worked as an EMT for a bit, but it just never was a passion. I would always go into work just thinking about when I was getting off, and I was never passionate about it, and once I got here, it really turned around, and I'm really just grateful to be here. Every day I wake up, I'm happy, I'm ready to get out in the garden, I'm ready just to associate myself out in nature and out in the community.
Staying at the Myra House has helped me to focus more on sustainable living, on coexisting with the natural resources around me.
Where I'm from, there's not many immigrants, I guess you could say. A lot of the usual people I've been around, really, they don't have really anything else to offer me besides relationships. Not really a fresh perspective on, I guess, different way of living or a different approach, or just, I guess, a different culture, a different knowledge. Coming
here, I like it. It's a nice balance of the Christianity and the Buddhism. It's really nice to meditate, and I think most importantly, it's a really good socializing skill with the community aspect and growing up and growing together and thinking of positive things together as a group.
The spiritual aspect of living here gives us time to pause and really think about more than just the daily lives and the daily routines that we all have here. It gives us, at least once a week, if not more, the chance to reflect on our progress in life and on who we are as it relates to the greater world around us.
Yes, so every Sunday night from 7:30 to 9, we have a Zen prayer, and this includes a 30-minute sitting meditation, and then we have a 10-minute walking meditation, and then we also have another 30-minute sitting meditation. And then usually after this, it's really kind to see someone come up and to share some words of wisdom. We usually like to take turns every week to share just words of wisdom that we think that we should to pass on and to instill to other people to benefit both of us positively.
I feel like every time you're out in the garden or doing work outside, you're pretty much in a meditative state. You concentrate more on your movements and what you need to do, and it kind of shuts the world outside for a second. It shuts that all that noise off so you can concentrate and just be in the moment.
In February 2012, the Myra House embarked on a new project, the Living Water Farm, which was inspired by a small village garden that Son had visited in France. After much intensive research and planning, the residents of the Myra House and young adults from worldwide opportunities on organic farms transformed an unused corner of their yard into a thriving, permaculture, ecologically friendly garden, reusing cardboard boxes, recycled newspapers, and green waste to create healthy vegetable beds, and utilizing compost, homegrown green manure, and earthworms to maintain optimal soil content. The Living Water Farm, which is watered by the Myra House's 30,000-gallon biologically balanced lily pond, uses a crop rotation method and natural pest control tactics to produce fresh fruit, organic vegetables, and healing herbs.
It's both functional and artistic at the same time. So it's a project where you take the ideas of feng shui and the idea of building something attractive that draws people's attention, but that also has a functional purpose. And the functional purpose is food, in this case. And not only that, but growing food with no pesticides, no synthetic fertilizers, using very minimalistic techniques. So it's really bridging the gap between traditional farming methods that have been around for thousands of years, and then also modern aesthetics.
I found that this work has brought me a lot deeper and closer to being more real with, I feel like, life itself. I just feel doing stuff like this makes you really, it makes you feel you can pretty much do anything. I mean, it makes you feel humble, and it makes you feel just like this is real work. It's labor, it's intensive, and it's very rewarding.
So basically, the main reasons why I'm here is to kind of reconnect, redevelop the connection to the earth, and with like-minded community, working together with people on something greater than ourselves.
would describe the Living Water Farm as a biodynamic agricultural project with heavy emphasis in community outreach, community building. Definitely an emphasis on education to the community about eco-spirituality, eco-awareness, organic and sustainable living.
We also are organic gardeners, so we were very excited to see her place, and it is beautiful. And beautiful that it's giving young people the experience to get involved in gardening. Eating local, eating in season is
Eating healthy and
Healthy.
growing organic.
The Myra House continues to grow and expand, ever embarking on new projects and reaching out into the community.
We've been talking a lot about growing mushrooms here. Shiitake, oyster, some kinds of varieties that restaurants in the area would like to purchase. And Sung's been talking a lot about selling our produce to restaurants. So I think in the immediate future, what I'd like to help contribute to is the mushroom growing project, where we can create a suitable habitat out here, particularly in this area, the south side. And if we could really get that up and running, then we could have a nice, viable source of income, and we could also learn a lot from that.
We want to make the spiderweb effect and have everyone connected, starting their own sustainable farm, to where we can share information, we can barter food, we can barter education, and we can just all come together and do it communally and experience this community and just stop the downfall of the obesity and just the diabetes rate and just all the bad health problems that we see out there. We're trying to start this in a positive direction and try to reverse that.
Come on down to the Living Water Farm. We're open Saturdays and Sundays. Stop in and say hello.